I'm Becky. I'm an independent Damsel Pro with Damsel in Defense, and I'm so glad you're here tonight. Damsel in Defense is a company that believes in equipping, empowering, and educating women with tools and knowledge to keep themselves safe. I think we all know somebody, if not ourselves, that have gone through something traumatic and they really wish that they would have had something on them to protect themselves with. Maybe you know somebody who did have something to protect themselves with, and maybe their story went a little differently than it could have. And that's why I'm here tonight. I wholeheartedly believe in this mission, and I can't wait to show you some great things. So tonight, let's talk about some things that we can take with us when we're on the go. Let's start with where you're going to carry everything. One of my favorite purses is our Janie's Gata. It's a concealed carry purse, and I can't wait to show you. This bag can be carried cross-body, and that's important because it's going to make it a lot harder for somebody to take it away from you. Isn't it pretty? I love this color. So inside, you've got some good pockets, and it's got a good amount of space for a small bag. And the concealed compartment is in the back. It comes with a Velcro holster. That's so that you can rearrange the holster and put it in there however it needs to fit for you. If you need to withdraw a firearm or your stun gun, all you're going to have to do is unzip it and pull it out. So that's a great place to put everything. We have a couple other purses that you might like as well, and you're absolutely free to check those out. One thing we need to keep in mind when we're talking about protection is protecting our money. Just carrying your bag crossbody is a great way to do that. Another great way to do that is by using an RFID blocking wallet. People can get your credit card information just by using an RFID scanner while you're walking by. Isn't that scary? Now it does depend on what kind of scanner they have and on what kind of credit cards you're using. But there's a really quick fix for that, so you don't have to even worry about it. These are two of our RFID blocking wallets. This one is called our hard Shelly because it has a hard case. There's room for up to 12 credit cards in here. This is really good for when you're using a small purse or if you just want to tuck it in your pocket. This one is one of our soft Shellys. We have a couple of different patterns in the soft Shelly, but I really like the gold. Super sparkly. So in here you have room for all kinds of credit cards and IDs. You've got room for cash and change. I love that it zips so it doesn't spill out. I've had wallets in the past that didn't zip, and so every time I opened it and it was upside down, everything fell out. So I really like that. So we know where we're carrying things, and we've talked about how we're going to protect our money. Now let's talk about how we're going to protect ourselves. I don't know if you know this, but 1 in 5 women in the United States is a victim of sexual assault in their lifetime. That number, unfortunately, is not going down, it's going up. More and more women are becoming affected by this. That is why I am here, that's why I am doing this. I want to make sure that I can protect as many women as I possibly can. Now, getting these tools are going to be great. This is absolutely something that I think every woman needs, but you're probably going to want to follow this up with some actual training with these tools. Okay, so let's start with my favorite tool. This is called a socket to me. It's my favorite because you can have this in every state in the United States. Some of the other items we're going to cover you can't have everywhere. That's why I love this one. It's also really lightweight and it fits perfectly in my hands. There are a couple different ways you can hold your socket to me. You can hold it like this, which is called an ice pick grip. And it's really good because you're going to be able to use a lot more force to hit someone with. It's also good because look, your hand is already in a fist, so if you need to just hit somebody, you're totally going to be able to do that. This is another way that you can carry it. It's still going to be effective. It may not be as effective. So I really encourage you to use the ice pick grip when you can. The one thing you do have to keep in mind is that this one can be considered a lethal weapon. If you hit someone in their head and their eye, like in their temple, this could be lethal. And so you want to make sure that you are not using deadly force unless it's absolutely necessary, because you don't want to find yourself in a position where you're trying to defend yourself and then end up having to get yourself out of trouble legally. So aim for the ribs, the chest, anywhere in the legs or knees, aim for those spots. If you have to use lethal force, use lethal force, but make sure that that's your last option.